Okay, we want to go back to that shooting in South LA we told you about at the top of the hour. Mayor Bass speaking about it at a press conference right now.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So my name is Adrian Gonzalez. I'll give you guys an update on what I know as of now. So approximately 2:30 this afternoon, we received multiple radio calls of shooting calls at this location. The location where the shooting occurred is behind me, in front of the market. At that time, our officers responded to multiple radio calls of victims being down. We did locate ultimately 5 victims so far. They all suffered from various injuries. They were all transported to local hospitals. And as of now, we haven't had any victim who has been pronounced deceased. It's an ongoing investigation. We continue to, our investigators are here, our detectives are here. We continue to scour the location for video, for additional witnesses, for additional evidence. And so we will continue investing in this investigation with whatever resources that we need to. One thing I do want to mention is we don't know the cause yet of what happened here. As we continue interviewing some of our witnesses, and we might get more information. We are looking at it from a gang-related component, and so that we have our gang officers here. We have additional gang officers working the streets, conducting follow-ups and trying to gather more information. As of now, that's all the information I have, and I'll take a few questions.
Is the location?
What's like the
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, but go ahead, take it. I'll close it out.
Yeah, single shooter, multiple shooters, any indication?
I'll repeat that.
Single shooter or multiple shooters?
At this time, we believe there's multiple shooters.
So somebody had a beef with somebody else, guns came out, and away we go.
We don't know that yet. We're assuming that, but we don't know that yet. That there's a beef, but that we do know that there's multiple shooters.
Have we had any previous violent instances similar to this in the last 24 or 48 hours?
Not at this location.
Is this connected to the Saturday shooting that you guys had not far from here? That was.
We haven't verified that yet. Obviously, we're looking at all angles. The shooting that we had over the weekend and this one to us seems a little. Yeah, we just think that it's just because of the proximity. We're looking at all angles, but we haven't confirmed that yet.
The activity on Vermont and Manchester, is that related to this shooting?
We don't know. So we received information from the Sheriff's Department. There were several vehicles that fled from this location. We're still trying to vet if the vehicles that fled this location were tied to this shooting. But so there was vehicles that fled at the high rate of speed. The sheriffs who were just south of Manchester on Vermont made contact with those vehicles. And my understanding is that there was some type of interaction between the sheriffs and us. I don't have all the details on that, but I do know that the sheriffs are out there handling their investigation.
Is it interaction between sheriffs and LAPD?
No, it was between the sheriffs and vehicles that they believed fled from this location.
Is anyone in custody on that location?
I don't believe so yet.
Any indication you have how the shooter or shooters may have gotten away? On foot, in a car, anything else?
We believe they fled in a vehicle. However, preliminary investigation is that there's several videos that left here, and we haven't determined who was in which vehicle.
Are your detectives in these forces? It looks like they've got cameras all around this lot here. You're going to have a lot of video evidence to work with.
We do, and that'll take a little bit of time to review all the video. That's part of what's going on now, but we haven't reviewed all the video yet.
I know it's early, but can you run through what you guys think, how this played out? Did the suspects come up in a car? They opened fire? Kind of simple terms, what do you think happened?
Yeah, I believe it's so there's a group standing in front of the location. The vehicle drives up, and we don't have information whether the suspects exit the vehicle or not, but they did arrive in a vehicle and fled in a vehicle.
Can you tell us ages of victims and how many suspects possibly?
Yeah, so as far as suspects, we believe maybe there's 2 to 3 yet. Again, it's preliminary now because we have to continue reviewing our video. Our victims are the ages between 19 and 35. I believe there's 4 males and 1 female victim.
We were told earlier from LAPD media relations that the suspects, at least 3, took off in a white Honda Civic. Is that still the case?
That was preliminary information. So I tell you, there's probably 7 to 10 radio calls that came out initially, and so there's a lot of information that's being put out by different witnesses. So we're still vetting that information.
Any information on the suspects besides that vehicle age? Are they all male? What were they wearing?
Yeah, we don't have that information at this moment.
And all of your victims were just standing outside. Is that when your suspects pull in again? Open fire?
Yes, based on the preliminary investigation and witnesses that we have spoken to so far, that's what we believe at this time.
Captain, can you talk about perhaps even the chief or the mayor, large presence in the city hall here, the importance of keeping the peace? You don't want this to get out of hand with gang activity, blasting each other with stuff.
Of course, we're always trying to keep the peace. So moving forward, I do have a bunch of gang officers out there right now just trying to make sure that they make the community feel safe. We have additional regular patrol officers who are doing the same. For the next week at least, we'll reassess after the weekend. This is going to be Labor Day weekend, might be busy, but at least for the next week, we will have additional resources in and around the area. Not only here, but obviously bordering a 77th division to make sure that the public feels safe.
Do you have any intel? I know you guys are all over the place. You've got ears on the ground. Intel that there's bad blood, lack of a better term.
Well, we don't have any definitive intel. Obviously, like if we're looking at this investigation as being gang related, we're looking at that angle. There's a lot of different angles that we can look at it. That's definitely one angle that we're looking at, and so we'll continue interviewing witnesses, and hopefully we can get additional information that confirm or prove that that's not the case. You're welcome.
Thanks, Shep.
Say a couple of words here. Just, yeah, if I could, thank you all for being here and being able to allow us to share what happened with the public. You look at this shooting occurred about 2:30 this afternoon. There's a school right across the street. That's the time generally that the school is letting out. The senselessness and the callousness of where they did it and when they did it, it should really hit all of us. So my ask is that if anybody out there knows what happened here, knows who was responsible, please let us know if you would. Please call Robbery Homicide Division South Bureau and be able to let the detectives know. We have a lot of people working this case. As you heard, we'll have a lot of resources here over the next week or so at least, and we'll reassess then. But as we move forward, certainly the sooner we can tie this up, be able to hold the people accountable who did it, the less chance there is of recurrences, paybacks, or other things like that. So we really do appreciate any help we can get on that. Thank you.
Chief.
Okay, you've been listening to a press conference in South LA regarding a shooting that involved 5 victims. We've learned their range in age from 19 to 35. It looks like 4 males and 1 female so far, all transported. None of them pronounced deceased at this hour. And the chief noting that this was right across from the school, across the street at the time that school got out, looking for help from the public if anyone knows anything. They do have gang officers as well as regular officers as they continue to investigate this and look through surveillance video.